Femininity is not a costume, it is a presence. And the way a woman dresses is a mirror of how she sees herself. In a world rushing toward minimalism and androgyny, choosing to look feminine is not just a style. It's a bold and beautiful declaration of identity. Here are 12 effortless ways to dress and look more feminine every day, without ever trying too hard. Embrace soft, flowing fabrics. A truly elegant woman understands the importance of how clothing moves, not just how it looks. Feminine fabrics do not cling aggressively, nor do they sit stiffly against the skin. They drape. They float. They follow her body like a whisper. Fabrics such as silk, satin, chiffon, and organza bring softness and airiness that instantly change the way a woman appears when she enters a room. When a woman walks in flowing fabrics, she appears less rushed. Her pace becomes fluid. Her gestures slower, more intentional. And suddenly, without saying a word, she commands a presence. There is something unmistakably feminine about the way silk responds to light, the way satin glides over the curves of the body without exaggerating them. A feminine woman does not restrict herself to fabrics that shout for attention. She chooses those that allow her natural grace to speak. Whether she's wearing a silk blouse tucked into wide-leg trousers or a long chiffon skirt that sways as she walks, she uses the softness of fabric to soften the world around her. It is not about appearing delicate. It's about signaling elegance without having to explain it. She knows that these materials do not need to be expensive to feel luxurious. Even a well-chosen, budget-friendly piece in a gentle knit can evoke more femininity than the most expensive denim or leather. It is the movement, the texture, and the mood that matter. To truly embody this, a classy woman takes inventory of her wardrobe and asks herself, how does each piece feel against my skin? How does it move when I walk? Do I feel graceful, gentle, and radiant in it? If the answer is no, she releases it. Because her style, like her essence, must always reflect softness in motion. Choose feminine color palette. A feminine woman understands that color is energy. It speaks to the world before she opens her mouth. The tones she wears can soften her edges, brighten her aura, and invite warmth into any space. Her color palette is never accidental. It is chosen with awareness and care. Think of the elegance in soft blush pink, the serenity of lavender, the glow of ivory, the richness of cream, or the understated confidence of a deep rose. These are not merely aesthetic choices. They are emotional statements. Feminine women favor shades that soothe rather than shock, that glow rather than glare. She knows the power of wearing colors that complement her skin tone. A dusty mauve dress against a deep complexion, or a pale blue blouse on fair skin, it all enhances her natural features and creates harmony between her and her clothes. But femininity is not confined to pastels. It welcomes warmth. Think of terracotta, soft bronze, navy, or even deep burgundy. These shades, when worn with elegance and intention, offer sophistication without sacrificing softness. Feminine color palettes also affect how a woman is perceived emotionally. Lighter tones create a sense of openness and calm. They radiate a woman who is approachable, nurturing, and confident in her softness. That, too, is power. An elegant woman builds her wardrobe like a painter curating her palette. She asks, "What colors bring out the light in my eyes? Which tones make my skin appear luminous, rested, and alive? What combinations tell my story without ever needing a caption?" She does not chase trends. She builds her own signature aesthetic, one graceful hue at a time. Tailor your clothes to flatter your shape. The feminine form deserves to be honored, not hidden and not exaggerated. A classy woman chooses clothing that respects her body. She does not force herself into something too tight, nor does she hide beneath oversized, shapeless fabrics. She tailors. Tailoring is a silent form of elegance. It is the difference between wearing clothes and being worn by them. A nipped waist, a well-fitted bust, a hem that hits at just the right point. All these small details elevate even the simplest outfit. Tailoring isn't always about spending money. Sometimes it's just about selecting the right cuts, a wrap dress that skims the waist, a high-waisted trouser that defines the hips, a blouse with darts in all the right places. A woman who tailors her wardrobe is telling the world, "I know my body, I respect my form, and I care how I show up." There is no one feminine body type. Femininity shows up in curves and angles, in height and petite frames alike. The magic lies in enhancement, not disguise. When a woman tailors her clothing, she allows her body to be celebrated with dignity. She doesn't follow rules written by designers. She follows her own lines, those of her shoulders, her waist, her hips, and dresses to honor them. Incorporate feminine silhouette. Silhouettes are the architecture of femininity. A woman does not need an elaborate wardrobe to look elegant. She simply needs to choose shapes that speak her language. Feminine silhouettes are soft but defined, classic yet graceful. An A-line skirt that moves with the breeze, a fit and flare dress that dances around the knees, a blouse with a puffed sleeve that grazes her wrist. These pieces don't just clothe a woman, they shape how she is received. The silhouette a woman wears can suggest delicacy, mystery, romance, or strength. And the feminine woman knows how to use this to her advantage. She plays with proportion, pairing a fitted top with a flowing skirt or a soft blouse tucked into structured trousers to strike a perfect balance. Even in simplicity, the silhouette speaks volumes. It says, "I embrace my softness." I celebrate my curves. I understand the power of line, flow, and proportion. These aren't costumes, they are reflections. A feminine silhouette doesn't transform a woman. It reveals her. Polish your hands and nails. An elegant woman knows. Her hands are her most expressive tools. They touch, they wave, they pour, they reach. And in every gesture, they tell the world how she treats herself. To look more feminine, she tends to her hands with care and grace. Her nails are not flashy. They are clean, shaped, and polished in soft, timeless tones. Blush pink, muted nude, or a clear gloss that catches the light just enough. Sometimes a soft French tip. Always tasteful. Always subtle. She doesn't obsess over extravagance. She focuses on neatness. The skin on her hands is moisturized, perhaps faintly scented. Her cuticles are smooth. Even if she has no polish at all, her fingers appear soft, tended, and feminine. Her hands are part of her presence. When she holds a teacup, adjusts a necklace, signs her name, there is no distraction. Only grace. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. And that, too, is an act of quiet power. Add gentle movement to your outfit. A feminine woman understands that movement is one of her greatest expressions of softness. Her clothing isn't just worn, it flows. She chooses pieces that sway when she walks, flutter as she reaches, or ripple slightly in the breeze. This does not mean dramatic drama or costume-like flair. It means thoughtful fluidity, a pleated skirt that moves like water, a silk scarf that dances near her collarbone, a blouse sleeve that drapes just right. Movement draws attention to her in the most delicate way. She understands how the eye is drawn to softness and motion. That's why she avoids rigid pieces that stifle her energy. Instead, she selects fabrics that move with her mood and amplify her essence. When she walks, there is rhythm. When she turns, there is flow. She brings life into every room, not just with her presence, but with the gentle choreography of her wardrobe. Use makeup to enhance, not conceal. She doesn't use makeup to cover herself. She uses it to honor herself. A feminine woman views her features as poetry, not flaws. Her application is tender, precise, and respectful. She begins with skin. dewy, soft, and radiant. A light foundation, perhaps a hint of highlight. Not to mask, but to reflect the light that's already within her. Her brows are brushed, not carved. Her blush is placed where her joy naturally blooms. Her lips, subtly tinted in rose, berry, or peach, speak warmth without force. Her eyes might have a soft shimmer or a simple swipe of mascara, just enough to draw someone in. She does not perform. She enhances. Her makeup is barely there, but perfectly placed. It invites curiosity, not attention. And when she smiles, it's her grace you notice first. Remember, elegance isn't something you perform. It's something you return to. Again and again. In the way you walk. In the way you dress. In the way you carry yourself when no one is watching. Thank you, beautiful soul, for spending this time with She is Rich. If this resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe and continue this journey with me. Let us rise together into a life of softness, richness, and high value. You are already everything you are becoming. Until next time, carry your elegance like a signature and your femininity like silk.